I'm Lawrene Denkers, and I play Edna Whalen in The Sanctuary.
It's what the young folks do nowadays.
Only the stupid ones.
How do you folks get the news?
What do we need the news for? It's all bad anyway. We've lived through world wars, Korea, Vietnam, Iraq.
Oh, and the Cold War. Don't forget that. I never understood any of that. It's when we decided to get rid of the TV.
And we're still here, aren't we, Edna?
That's right.
Touch on how you were cast for the role. And when you were cast and approached, what were your influences to accept the role?
Well, first of all, I had, it appears, submitted for the part of one of the cops early on, one of the police officers, and had kind of forgotten about that. So when Alan called and offered me the part of Edna, it felt like it was out of the blue, and I was very excited. It was really, I loved that. In other words, I saw the script and loved the script, and so I guess the influences to make me say yes were, this is a really good script, and these sound like really good people, and my advice would be, submit for things that are in your age group that you can do, and if they offer you the part of the old lady, say yes.
Excellent advice. Edna is a unique character and an important role. How did you build her character and bring her to life?
I tried her character with different accents. I'm not giving away anything to say that there's a Scottish influence. Tried it with that. We decided in the end on Canadian. So, but just to give her the Scottish background, I did memorize the lines at one point with a Scottish accent. Then I went with the Canadian. That gives a different feel to it. Also, I thought about things practically that would hurt. The same foot, for instance, always hurt for Edna. Because she was quite elderly and, had things going wrong. So I tried to make sure it was the same things that were going wrong with her body every day, although that's not maybe realistic. I think things go wrong all the time. But that was the process that I used.
You were wearing prosthetic makeup almost every day. And what was that like? Did you find it helpful for the character?
Oh, yes, because once you're in that, especially if you saw yourself walk by a window or something, wow, it reminded you of who you were. But it did anyway. It was 3 hours of putting it on every day by Sean and Monica, and they did an amazing job, and they're wonderful people. And as they built it up, you could feel the character coming. Feel her taking over, I guess, in that way. But it wasn't unpleasant to wear. It's hard on the skin, after the 10 days. But they're such professionals that it was easy to wear. Once it was on, you couldn't touch it, for instance. Except. It really did help. It does help to be the character so completely. Yeah, thanks to the makeup and the wardrobe.
You had the opportunity, of course, to see the movie. And do you have a favorite scene or a favorite moment that you can tell us about?
Well, my favorite scene, seeing it, I think the thing that made me catch my breath was the opening scene, when it sort of, not giving anything away, St. Mary's is a character in the film, and it really is apparent right from the start as the camera goes along the river. I think that's amazing. As far as filming it, when we were in the midst of it, there was a fun scene in the middle where the camera goes around two of us as we're arguing, and that was a really fun process. And I did like the way it turned out in the end. I think they did an amazing job.
Yep, I also identified that as one of my favorite scenes too. There are so many, and you did such a great job in bringing that character and story to life. So thank you for that. Now, in each production, there's always opportunity to learn and to grow. Did you have any takeaways that you want to share with us?
Yeah, I guess one of the things is with working with Edna, trying to make sure it was the same foot, etc. that hurt. So I'm carrying that forward. I don't think I had a character that physically limited maybe before. So I needed to put that in place for this character, and I can carry that forward.
So we've talked a little bit about the character and a wee bit about the movie, but I'd like to know a little bit more about you, Lawrene, the person. So is there something that you would feel comfortable sharing with us, sharing with the public that may be watching this movie and wanting to know, who is Lawrene?
Who is she? She's this actor from in the dark heart of southwestern Ontario. Well, one of the things I like to do is weave, so that might be something that's a little bit odd. I have a floor loom, and I weave blankets and that sort of thing, and I really enjoy that. It kind of clears the brain. You can work on lines while you're doing that, but also most of your brain is taken up with the numbers. What pedal you're pushing and that kind of thing. So it's a really good way to meditate.
Well, do you actually sell some of that, or is this a friends and family gifts?
This is friends and family, because if I started selling, I mean, if you worked out the hourly rate, you'd have to sell them for thousands and thousands of dollars because it takes a really long time. So no, it's for family and friends, gifts, wedding gifts, that kind of thing.
So if there were anything else that you would like to say, I'd just give you the opportunity to say anything at all.
Anything at all. Well, I do want to get across how beautiful St. Mary's is. Honestly, it is so beautiful. And I don't just mean the place. The place is gorgeous. The people were just amazing. The people of the town, the people in the AKOOLFILM company, all the crew, all the cast. It was just a delightful experience. Really, really enjoyed St. Mary's, really enjoyed the company, and that would be what I would really want to get across.
Well, that's a nice thing to hear. Thank you so much. And thank you very much for taking this time to share a little bit of your story within the movie The Sanctuary, and a little bit about yourself. We really appreciate it. Thanks, Lawrene.
Well, thank you, Fern.